Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a pleasant Friday out there and have some good fun plans for the weekend. I'm going to go down to a little market tomorrow. I think I told you guys that yesterday. And I'm hoping, I know I'm going to find watermelon, but I'm hoping I'm going to find peaches because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a huge peach person, but I cut 2 peaches and ate them this morning and man, oh my God, those things were good. Those things would make a salad dressing. That would work like a mango in a dressing, but yeah, man, I got to get some more of those. Anyhow, today I want to talk about why don't I eat a 100% raw food diet? Guys, I do videos every day, so if you are not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Hey, there's a guy mowing out there and they play around over on this particular neighbor's there all day, so it's going to be a little bit of a buzz. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can I hardly lift these things? Man, I just keep scoring the sale bananas. I got like 58 bananas this morning for about $3.50, maybe a little less than $4. So yeah, I haven't paid full price for bananas in ages and ages. And I've talked about this before in videos, but I've been getting that a lot lately from my Instagram crowd, so I just thought I would cover it today. Why don't I eat a 100% raw food diet? And the short answer is I've just never really made it that much of a priority. You know, I've never really tried to do anything on this lifestyle. I've just kind of been like, you know, just where I feel led to eat, what I feel led to do, depending on the circumstances that I'm in at the time. Now, that doesn't mean I've done fully raw. You know, when I was in Costa Rica at the beach, I've done it many times. But even though I was doing it there, I wasn't really, it was just because that's what I was doing. I wasn't saying, I'm going to be fully raw here. There was no conscious decision. It just flowed there. You know, I had fruit everywhere, all over around me, but it wasn't just the fruit. I got real good quality greens, especially when I was living down at the beach. There was one person that came to our little market. It wasn't an organic market, but there was a guy that brought greens every week. And man, I was getting good organic greens for not what you would think of as an organic price. So, you know, it just was. There is no why, it just was. You know, I've got fruit all over the place. I've got exceptional greens I have access to. Plus, I could fill in the blanks a lot. Like if I was out and about doing stuff, I could grab something on the go down there because there were places that made smoothies. You don't see that too often in the States where people are just making fresh fruit smoothies. So I could pick up, there were 2 or 3 places in Jaco I could pick up smoothies. If I needed calories, and I'll get to calories in a minute. If I was, you know, doing something, working in a rush, going from place to place, I could always fill in some of the calories with juice. I could always find orange juice, or I could take it with me because orange juice is easy to travel, and I had sugarcane juice down there. So yeah, at the beach, it just was what it was. I mean, it wasn't like I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm going to be fully raw. I was fully raw because that's what was there. And in fact, in that little house in Playa Jaco, where I was, the only thing there was to cook on in the house was just an electric 2-burner little stove. I won't even call it a stove. It's just a little 2 eyes to burn on. So yeah, I didn't ever cook there, and I felt fine. I felt great while I was there. Moved to the mountains, adapted a little bit. It was a little bit chillier there, you know. We were up in elevation. I was at about 3,500 feet. And a lot of nights would get down to, you know, in the low 60s, sometimes 59. So it felt good, and it would rain for days. So sometimes, yeah, I'd make myself a soup or something in the mountain. And what it all really boils down to is this: I've just never been fanatic about it. When I started this journey, it was a health. It's never been about the raw food thing for me, even though I do a lot of talking on the raw food, and it's a big part of my life. But being fully raw, being able to claim the badge, you know, and tell you how many days it's been since I ate cooked, that's never been my thing. In fact, I'm a rather obtuse sort of person. I've always joked, even if I went back to the jungle, was never going to leave the jungle and had everything around me, I would eat at least 1 potato a month just so I couldn't be that obnoxious. I'm fully raw and I've eaten for many days. And listen, your mileage may vary. This is just for me. Now, I already know. I see those thumbs going. Somebody hitting that thumb down, because there's always like a few purists watching me. And this is just for me. This is just for me. These are the ramblings of a senile old man and what he does and what has worked for me. Now, one of the biggest reasons I eat some cooked food, and I eat more cooked food in the States than I did even in the mountains down there, but I'm not eating, when I say this, don't go from 0 to 100, don't go from white to black, black to white, in between. Doesn't mean I'm sitting around, oh, he's eating fully cooked food. No. And any day that I eat cooked food, it's usually, not even a full meal. It might just be something wedged in there to get me some calories. It's not like I rarely ever, maybe sometimes if I'm on the road, but if I'm at home and I eat something cooked sometime during the day, and it's usually in the evenings, although it can be mid-afternoon, the rest of the food that day was raw. My day always pretty much starts the same. It's juice in the morning. That's another thing too. I always get asked, I get asked these next, I don't even know what people are talking about. Well, what are your thoughts on this source of water or this triple reverse modification? And I'm like, dude, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Water's not a big part of my life. I've got a simple Brita, and I know some of, well, it doesn't do that. I've got a simple Brita pitcher. And you know what? Water's not a big part of my life. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a little late doing this one today. And I haven't had one drop of water today. Not one drop of water. I haven't drank one drop of water. Why? Because I had probably about 80 ounces of watermelon juice this morning. Then I had peaches. Okay, I had Mammy then. Mammy's not as high water content. Then, right before I did this video, while I was doing some work, I had a salad. I had a salad with a big head of romaine, and it was my mango red pepper dressing with a couple of mangoes in there. So, man, I'm fully hydrated. Now, I might have a smoothie later on, and I usually will have a little water beside the bed at night just because I just like a little bit of water to sip, keep dry mouth. But I don't really need water, especially during the watermelon time of the year. But even when it flips over to colder weather, I usually got orange juice. So I'll start out orange juice in the morning, and then I'll have, if I'm still getting mangoes, I'll have some mangoes, or I'll have something juicier. So anyhow, I kind of got off the subject there for a minute. But yeah, I've just never taken all this stuff so seriously, and it's worked for me, and I feel good. And like I say, I eat a little bit more cooked food in the States simply because I'm not going to be Mr. Stickman anymore. I've got a little weight over last winter. I'm holding on to it. I know I keep saying it. And when I get through another big batch of tie-dye, I'm going to get back up to the gym and start exercising. And who knows, I may put a little bit of more weight on when I start getting back in the gym a bit. But it's just, like I say, I know this is kind of a rambling one. There's no like bullet points, but there's just not, that's just is how it is. That's how I eat. I eat. I don't overthink this thing. There's still some things that I haven't come to a conclusion in my head about. There's some things, do we get enough variety? There's certain things that are raw converted, just various reasons or whatever. But having said that, when I do eat cooked food, it tends to be very, very clean. Okay, for instance, the other day, I think it may have been last weekend, I don't remember. I had 2 sweet potatoes, I boiled a plantain, and then what did I put on top of that? I boiled a plantain. Oh, and then I put some of that cucumbers and tomatoes and onions that I keep in the refrigerator, soaking in a little bit of apple cider vinegar and stuff. It was good. It was clean. I didn't eat a bunch of fat in there. And there's people that would tell me, they would have their nose up in there, oh my God, he's not even serious. We've done raw for 1,500, 1,600 days. Yeah, and how many nuts did you scarf down in that recipe last night? I mean, it's just kind of like sacrifice anything to be fully raw. No, I've never been down with that mentality. Never been down with that raw above everything. And I know I have people say all the time that, nope, you're wrong. It's better to eat high, even if you're going to eat high fat, bunch of stuff with the nuts in it in your dressings and recipes. It's much better. whatever, whatever, whatever. Different things work for different people, and there's a lot of people out there that I respect that do fully raw, and those are the people though that I really analyze. I really try to break down what they're doing because it is working for them. And I mention one all the time, but I'll mention one I don't mention all the time. Now, Chris Kendall, go look at his library of work. I say his library of work, go to his website. He's got a ton of videos there. Chris has been doing this a long time. There's no wonkiness there. There's no Chris crying one year going, oh, it's not working for me. And then he's all high doing this, and he's not doing a gimmick there, and he's not doing a feast and a fast and a this and a that. He does a solid form of the raw food diet. I think I've always resonated a little bit, and I've paid attention to him too, because if you ever noticed, he doesn't look like the rest of the raw people. He's not like stick thin. The dude's worked out. I mean, I don't think he works out. I guess it's from skating, and he used to surf. He was surfing, before he had his injury. But he's thriving. Doesn't eat one bite of cooked food. Would I ever tell him, Chris, you need to eat? No, 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 no. It's working for him. Another one, and I'll just mention real quickly, I don't know her well personally, is Ann Osborne. I don't know Ann Osborne's age. I'm thinking she's my age. Somewhere around there. She could be younger, she could be older, but Ann's like the original OG. She's been doing this thing for years. And I've met her up close in person. She's a lovely person. She's very vibrant. She's healthy. And she eats, I don't eat like her. Ain't gonna eat like her, but you can't really argue with how just everything about her. She's almost got an aura about her. So never going to throw people under the bus. I'm not trying to hate on people that do a raw food diet. That's just why I don't do it. But I do. I will continue just because it gets under their skin. I'm going to keep poking the people that are so serious about the extremism of a raw food diet just for my own entertainment value. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.